YouTube's a big platform. Like a really big platform. With over 1 billion monthly visitors, 2.3 billion accounts, and an estimated 500 hours of content uploaded every minute, there are an egregiously large amount of things to watch on the site. On a site that big, there are bound to be some creepy, bizarre, or otherwise interesting videos, channels, or tidbits of information lurking around within this colossus of a platform. I've been obsessed with going down strange internet rabbit holes, and there's really no better place to find stuff like that than YouTube, especially with the rise of Iceberg Explained videos, which are long videos where people discuss proceedingly obscure things relating to a specific topic. A while back, I was browsing through the top posts of r/iceberg charts, and I found this absolutely massive chart by Reddit user pottedplant444. With over 1,000 entries, it was easily the most intricate YouTube iceberg I've ever seen. So I thought I'd make a video series explaining what each entry on the list is. I'll be splitting the chart into multiple videos because, like, wow, yeah. I'll also try to keep most of these entries brief, as there's a lot of shit to get through, and not all of these, especially later down the line, have much info. So without further ado, here's my YouTube iceberg explained. Big shout outs to pottedplant444 for making the chart. Alright, so Tier 1, Casual. The chart says this section includes stuff that the average viewer of YouTube will recognize, but honestly there's some stuff here that you might not know about. There's even a couple things that I didn't even recognize on this list, but you know, most of the stuff is pretty entry-level stuff. Me at the Zoo is an 18-second video of a guy standing in front of an elephant enclosure at the San Diego Zoo. He talks to the camera about how elephants are really cool because they have pretty long trunks. Uploaded on April 23, 2005 by YouTube co-founder Jod Kareem, this video is important for being the very first video ever uploaded to YouTube, along with possibly the first ever vlog. Jod has oftentimes edited the description of this video to criticize certain decisions by YouTube the company is no longer a part of, such as in 2013, when Google began requiring YouTube users to make Google Plus accounts in order to comment on videos, or in 2021 when they began hiding dislikes. Today, the description remains blank and the video remains along with its legacy. In 2013, Swedish gaming YouTuber PewDiePie became the #1 most subscribed person on the platform and stayed on top for a little over 5.5 years. However, in 2019, Indian record label T-Series took his spot. Many, including PewDiePie himself, protested against this, trying to get him back on top. In the eyes of many, the idea that a brand would be the biggest name on YouTube was kind of boring compared to just this random Swedish guy. Many people got together to advertise PewDiePie's channel in this time. There are billboards, parades, cheerleaders. I mean, this was a huge thing. PewDiePie also uploaded a diss track on T-Series called Bitch Lasagna in 2018, which garnered over 300 million views. However, it quickly got out of hand with 2 major incidents, one of which was a time where someone spray painted "Sub to PewDiePie" on a World War II memorial, and the biggest one was the Christchurch shootings of 2019, where a live streamer asked the audience to subscribe to PewDiePie before shooting up a mosque, killing 51 innocent people. PewDiePie later uploaded a video denouncing the 2 events, telling his viewers he's calling off the movement. A couple weeks after the apology video, T-Series quickly overtook him, winning the war, and they have stayed at the #1 spot to this day. Have you ever been looking at a popular video and scroll down to the comments section only to find this ninja motherfucker staring back at you? Well, that's Justin Y. Justin Y is a YouTube user who is well known for being quote-unquote everywhere in YouTube comments. He comments on an incredible amount of videos, and his comments always amass a great deal of likes. There have been many people who have accused him of using a like bot of some kind, but no, he just actually comments on every video he sees. Justin has become somewhat of a legend on the site, amassing nearly 800,000 subscribers and getting verified without a single video uploaded, which is pretty damn impressive, all things considered. There are other YouTubers who have been seen as people who just show up everywhere, such as Stickmaster500, but no one comes close to the legend that is Justin Y. Clickbait is a tactic used all across the internet, but it's especially prevalent on YouTube. Essentially, people will set their video titles and thumbnails to overly enticing or misleading things in order to, well, bait the viewer into clicking. Have you ever seen those videos of people making crazy faces in their thumbnails, or a lot of those challenge videos, or videos of provocative thumbnails, or those videos where you click on it and the contents of the video is just straight up different than the thumbnail or the title would let on? Then you just got clickbaited. My favorite is when it straight up says not clickbait on the video, and then you click on it and, well, you know, it's fucking clickbait. Clickbait is generally seen as a dirty practice for cheap views by most YouTube viewers, but, you know, it works, so it's probably never going to stop. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, also known as COPPA, is a United States federal law enacted in 1998. Essentially, it prohibits the collection of personal information from internet users under the age of 13. It also includes things about how and when to get legal consent from a parent and guardian, and what a website must include in privacy policies. The guidelines are quite strict, and many websites will outright prohibit the use of their platform from users under the age of 13 due to the strict legal troubles involved. YouTube, however, ignored these fears until 2019, when the Federal Trade Commission fined YouTube $170 million because they collected information on its users to use for targeted advertising, without bothering to check if the user was 13 or older. This is what led to the birth of YouTube Kids, a special app designed specifically for videos that an AI designates as children's content. Oftentimes, content creators will have their videos marked down, leading to the disabling of comments and the loss of revenue. Can't even include kids' videos in playlists. However, after a while, YouTube sorted the AI out, leading to a large drop in wrongfully marked videos. Although it does still happen, no algorithm is perfect. Despacito is a song by Puerto Rican singer Luis Fonzi, featuring Daddy Yankee. Its music video was uploaded on January 12, 2017, and by August of the same year it had reached nearly 3 billion views, beating out the two previous record holders, Gangnam Style by Psy and See You Again by Wiz Khalifa. At the time of writing this script, it has 7.8 billion views, which, for reference, that's almost 1 view per person on the planet. Which, of course, doesn't mean that every single person on the planet has seen it, because watching multiple times counts as multiple views, but, you know. Despacito serves an example of just how massive YouTube has gotten over the years. And, you know what the craziest part is? It's not even the most viewed video anymore. Yep, that's right. In 2020, Despacito was overtaken by a rendition of the nursery rhyme Baby Shark Dance in a video by the South Korean children's entertainment company Pinkfong. This video shot ahead of Despacito, most likely in part because of the YouTube Kids app I talked about 2 entries ago. This video, at the time of writing this script, has 10.6 billion views, now about 2 billion more than Despacito. Baby Shark Dance has turned into somewhat of a cultural phenomenon, getting its own cereal brand, stage musical, and merchandise. Something about the song just makes children just absolutely obsess over it, making them listen to it over and over again, leading many parents to hate the song due to the repetitive melody. It's gotten so bad that there have been multiple cases of the song being used by governments to deter homeless people as well as torture prison inmates, which has been cited as inhuman discipline and undue emotional distress. Which is completely true. I think anyone would go insane after listening to the song for too long. The YouTube algorithm can actually be referring to a lot of things, but in most cases it refers to the algorithm with which YouTube will recommend videos to you. It's based on a lot of different variables, such as what channels you subscribe to, what kind of videos you watch, etc, etc. Many creators have tried exploiting the algorithm by using things such as clickbait thumbnails and the community tab. However, the algorithm is also well known for just kind of recommending random videos to people that doesn't really have anything to do with who or what they're watching on YouTube. There are a lot of famous examples of this, and they'll appear later on the Iceberg. Oh, and by the way, this entry basically functions as the obligatory every blank is personalized bit that every Iceberg video does, so there you go. Dream is a Minecraft content creator that kind of came out of nowhere. He rocketed in popularity around late 2019, becoming one of the most popular gaming channels on the platform. His most well-known series is the Minecraft Manhunt series, where he, being a Minecraft speedrunner, must complete the game as fast as possible while being chased by other content creators such as Bad Boy Halo, Sapnap, and George Not Found. After the resounding success of these videos, Dream got in contact with dozens of Minecraft streamers to create DreamSmp, an invite-only survival server. What set this server apart from other Minecraft Let's Plays at the time is that DreamSmp had participants roleplay as characters loosely based on themselves. This series generated an absurdly huge fan base with over 1 million people tuning into DreamSMPs throughout January of 2021 alone. Now, I'm not going to get super in-depth about the lore and stuff of the server because honestly, I don't really know much about it, and there's like a lot of it, so I'd probably spend all day talking about it if I tried. But I'll link a summary video in the description so someone else can do that for me. Many creators, if their content is popular enough, will opt in to have their YouTube videos monetized. What this means is that YouTube will run ads on their videos and give the owner of a channel a cut of the revenue. While many make a stable income off making YouTube videos, the service has often been criticized for randomly demonetizing channels for things that YouTube deems to be not advertiser friendly. such as the use of violence, profanity, sexual content, and controversial or sensitive subjects. This was a huge talking point in 2019 when YouTube would demonetize videos that contained LGBT keywords such as gay, lesbian, queer, and bisexual. "Oh yeah" was a phrase uttered by Maximilian Muss in the video "I ran into PewDiePie in Fortnite and he was kinda rude," uploaded on June 1st, 2018. The video has since been removed from YouTube along with his entire channel, but it's been re-uploaded. In the video, he's saying random shit on Fortnite in an attempt at trolling, and he begins singing the phrase "oh yeah" over and over again. The video was his claim to fame, kickstarting his popularity on YouTube. He announced he would take over YouTube and told everyone to change their profile pictures to JC Denton, the main protagonist of Deus Ex, and begin spamming YouTube comments with the phrase "oh yeah." He kind of fell off in popularity when people began to realize he was kind of an asshole, but more on that later. Teamtrees is a fundraiser run by popular YouTuber MrBeast. It was started in 2019 when Reddit user VDNX posted to the r/PewDiePie submissions subreddit asking MrBeast to plant 20 million trees, both in response to his channel reaching 20 million subscribers and the Amazon rainforest wildfires of the same year. MrBeast saw this and actually went through with doing this, teaming up with fellow YouTuber Mark Rober and the Arbor Day Foundation, a non-profit organization that aims to plant one tree per dollar donated. They began crowdfunding on YouTube for $20 million, completing the goal in 56 days, getting donations and support from notable people such as Elon Musk. The trees are still continuing to be planted to this day, and the project plans to be complete by the end of 2022. Unus Annus was a joint channel created by pre-established gaming YouTubers Markiplier and Crank Gameplays. It was created on November 13th, 2019 and lasted for 1 year until being deleted on its first anniversary in the following year. This death was not untimely though, as this was the main gimmick of the channel, being that they would upload videos to the channel every day for an entire year before ceasing uploading and deleting the account, along with all the videos and discontinuing all the merchandise. The deletion of the channel was done live on YouTube on a stream which had around 1.5 million viewers at the very end. Markiplier stated after the channel's discontinuation that any and all re-uploads of the channel's content would be met with a copyright takedown, which, in his words, will probably take your channel down. Which makes sense, I mean, that's the entire point of the channel. The actual content on the channel was meant to stray away from what the two are traditionally known for, most of which being challenge-type videos. I personally didn't get to watch any of these videos, but if I'm sure I had known the gimmick, I would have watched them. You can find compilation videos on YouTube, but for the full experience, you just kinda had to be there. I already touched on most of this in a couple entries prior, but basically YouTube Kids is a mobile app for parents to let their children browse YouTube without the fear of them wandering into adult spaces, which has always been a huge concern. It only displays videos that are marked as safe for kids, which when you let an algorithm decide that instead of a human, it can lead to some erroneous results, but I already talked about in the coppa section, and there will definitely be more specific examples later down the list. Moving on. Ryan's World, formerly known as Ryan's Toys Review, is one of those YouTube Kids channels aimed at kids 2 through 6. It features 10-year-old Ryan Kaji along with his mother, father, and 2 younger twin sisters. These videos often feature Ryan unboxing and playing with toys, and getting into similar childhood antics. The channel is massively popular with children, with the most popular video, Huge Eggs Surprise Toys Challenge with Inflatable Water Slide, is one of the most popular videos on the platform, gaining over 2 billion views. The channel is so insanely popular that it's begun influencing the children's toy industry, since toys featured in the videos will often get more sales. Forbes estimated that Ryan's World was the highest earning YouTuber on the platform, with $22 million in 2018 alone. He has his own TV show on Nick Jr. called Ryan's Mystery Playdate, his own kart racing game called Racing with Ryan, and even his own line of toys, all accomplished before he even turned 10. All Tomorrows, a billion-year chronicle of the myriad species and mixed fortunes of man, is a book written and illustrated by Turkish artist C.M. Kosman in 2006. It's a work of science fiction and details the story of an alien species called the Q, who come to Earth to remake humans through genetic engineering. Humans go to war with the aliens and lose pretty quickly, leading the Q to turn them into these grotesque, strange-looking creatures. The book was originally quite obscure, only existing in PDF form online, never getting an official publication. However, it wasn't until June 10th, 2021 when channel Alt-Shift-X uploaded All Tomorrow's The Future of Humanity. This video was one of those classic cases of everyone having it show up on their recommended feed thanks to the YouTube algorithm, despite speculative evolution literature most likely not being a commonly watched topic amongst those viewers. Nonetheless, people clicked on it, probably enticed by the freaky thumbnail which used art from the original story, and it blew up in popularity, becoming somewhat of a cult classic online, with the video gaining over 8 million views. Kozman even commented on the video, stating that the video was a much better narrative artifact than the original PDF book. I'm so happy! Before the video's release, he had almost disowned the project, calling it a bit cringy, but after the video's success, a small fandom was formed, and Kozman plans to publish the book in physical form with new text and illustrations. Copyright abuse basically just refers to the use of YouTube's copyright system to take down videos from malicious intent. There have been many times where companies such as Viacom have taken down videos, despite them being protected under the laws of fair use, as well as some independent content creators such as Onision, Quantum TV, and Ray William Johnson, to name a few. These YouTubers will go after anyone who uses their footage in videos to make fun of them or otherwise expose them, despite the fact that, again, these videos are supposed to be under fair use. Some even go as far as to fraudulently posing as people or companies in order to trick YouTube into taking down videos they don't like, despite the original creator stating that their content is free to use in YouTube videos. Drama channels are a genre of YouTube channels that are essentially like the TMZ of YouTube. These channels will often report on the various kinds of drama that goes on in YouTube communities, such as the gaming or beauty communities. Popular drama channels include The Right Opinion, Philip DeFranco, and Drama Alert, also known as Keemstar. These channels are sometimes criticized on YouTube Spaces and have even been accused of instigating drama themselves. However, these channels provide inside info into what's going on with other creators on the site, so I don't really see this kind of channel going away anytime soon. Fuck Keemstar though, more on that later. 3 AM challenges are a type of video on YouTube that began around 2017, where people will often do certain activities at 3 in the morning, which range from activities like exploring abandoned buildings or haunted houses to pretty mundane things like playing Minecraft. They'll even do some clearly fake stuff like calling Squidward or ordering the Friday Night Funkin' Happy Meal from McDonald's. These videos often blur the line between satire and genuine content, and are often targeted at young kids who don't understand that they're fake and most of the time a joke. Despite criticism from many people stating it's bottom-of-the-barrel YouTube content, these videos are still massively popular and get millions of views to this day. The weird part of YouTube is a phrase commonly used by YouTube commenters on strange and bizarre videos, especially when YouTube does that thing where it recommends weird shit to you that doesn't have anything to do with what you watch. These videos can range from super popular videos that are kinda bizarre to really deep finds that we'll see a lot further down at the iceberg. A theory I have is that the author of this chart put this in the highest tier because a lot of things that people say are the weird part of YouTube are actually quite surface level. The phrase has existed for what feels like forever, or according to Neremy in 2011. Reaction videos are exactly what they say, a type of video where someone reacts to something. These videos have existed for nearly as long as YouTube itself, with the earliest trend being people playing and reacting to the scary maze game. Since then, reaction videos have become a staple of the website, with many channels putting different twists on the formula, such as the Fine Bros, who have separate series of kids, teenagers, adults, and many other groups reacting to viral videos, and many other things. However, videos and games aren't the only things reaction videos will feature, as there are also videos of people reacting to marriage proposals, tasting foods, or even deaf people having their hearing restored. A large amount of content on YouTube is just seeing people reacting to things, and this style of video will probably always stay popular. Lo-fi hip-hop is a subgenre of music that's characterized by chilled-out, relaxing beats that are meant to be listened to while studying, or just to relax to, as the title would suggest. It's inspired by musical artists such as Nujabes and MF Doom, and it really rose to popularity in 2017 with the creation of the Chilled Cow YouTube channel, also known as Lo-Fi Girl. This channel has a stream called Lo-Fi Hip-Hop Radio Beats to Relax/Study to, which has gotten us super popular over the years. It plays lo-fi hip-hop while showing a gif of Shizuku Tsukushima from the Studio Ghibli film Whisper the Heart. However, after a copyright takedown noticed by YouTube, the stream now plays a custom gif of their own, with an original anime girl studying, that retains an aesthetic similar to Studio Ghibli. The stream is still massively popular to this day, receiving multiple nods in pulp culture, such as references by Disney and Cartoon Network. I'm just gonna say it, this is the first one I actually didn't know about until I saw this chart. Shitpost status videos are short clips that are posted to YouTube that are, well, shitposts. They can contain basically anything as long as it's considered funny and always have the same shitpost status in the title. These videos have their origins in Portuguese-speaking areas of the internet where they're called shitpost para status or shitpost for status. Basically what this means is that people will often set their status on social media platforms, mostly WhatsApp, to these videos. The term caught on for other non-Portuguese speaking areas, and shitpost status is now used for any short, funny, and weird video. YouTube Rewind is an annual celebration of YouTube's content each year, starting in 2011. These are uploaded by YouTube themselves in December of the corresponding year, and feature popular content creators, trends, viral videos, as well as mashups of the most popular songs on YouTube of that year. These used to be pretty well respected events, but over time, Rewind became more and more disconnected with the community it's meant to represent. This eventually culminated with YouTube Rewind 2018, Everyone Controls Rewind. This was dubbed by many to be the worst Rewind yet, due to the inclusion of random celebrities like Will Smith and John Oliver, neither of which really have anything to do with YouTube whatsoever. They also failed to pay respects to certain deaths that occurred this year of either YouTubers or people who were popular at this time in YouTube culture, such as Avicii, Total Biscuit, Stefan Karl, and Steven Hillenburg. They also left out large events such as the PewDiePie T-Series feud in an effort to appease advertisers. All these combined made YouTube Rewind the most disliked video on the platform of all time, now standing at 20 million dislikes, surpassing the previous record holder, Baby by Justin Bieber, who had held the record since 2011. The next year, YouTube Rewind was pretty low effort, basically being a Watch Mojo video, and in 2020, the Rewind was called off completely due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And finally, in 2021, YouTube announced they would no longer be doing YouTube Rewinds, ending an 11-year-old tradition. This entry is kind of vague, but I believe verified YouTuber self-promotion comments refers to certain accounts who aren't super mainstream but still verified will comment on popular videos, just kind of making pointless comments. For example, take this Mr. Beast video where he gives out money the longer someone can stay in this room for. You look at the comments and there are a lot of these verified accounts saying pointless comments like, "Big respect to Jimmy for giving out so much money," and "I want to make 10k in there, ha ha ha." These comments aren't particularly notable, but since verified accounts will almost always get pushed to the top by the algorithm, this is often seen as a form of self-promotion, as many users will see the big checkmark and click on the user's channel. Try not to laugh videos are a pretty simple concept that branch off into two different kinds of video. The first is a simple compilation of funny images, sounds, and other videos, which challenge the viewer to try not to laugh. This format has been around YouTube since 2008, with the first known instance being a man in a stormtrooper outfit dancing. The second of try not to laugh videos are a subgenre of the reaction video format, where people watch the compilations I mentioned earlier and, well, try not to laugh. Both these types of videos are immensely popular over YouTube's lifespan.
If you remember that Dream fella I was talking about earlier in the video, he got into some deep shit in late 2020 when he uploaded a live stream of him speedrunning Minecraft to speedrun.com, which placed him at 5th place in 1.16 random seed glitchless. When he posted this run, many people from the Minecraft speedrunning community noticed that he was getting far better odds at getting ender pearls from piglin barters. I'm not going to get into specifics, but through analyzing 6 different streams of Dream speedruns, they concluded that the odds of him doing all of this without hacks of some kind was nearly mathematically impossible, or 1 in 7.5 trillion. This led them to remove his run from the leaderboards. Dream responded by calling the response clickbait, and that many members of the speedrun council had left due to the response, which was just blatantly false. Dream then published a video saying that the odds of him getting the trades were only 1 in 10 million, which is still pretty fucking unlikely. After that, Dream eventually admitted to using a hacked client for one of his speedruns. Oh, but it was an accident though, so it's okay. This fiasco has gone down as one of the most infamous scandals in the speedrunning community.
Certain videos on YouTube are banned in certain countries. There are two big reasons this can happen, the first of which is that video owners can force their content to not be available in certain regions of the world due to licensing rights being different in certain countries. The second reason is that YouTube may block videos themselves in certain countries, as laws on what can legally be viewed on the internet are different in different parts of the world. There are also 6 countries in the world where you can't view YouTube at all, being China, Eritrea, Iran, South Sudan, Turkmenistan, and North Korea. Rickrolling is an incredibly popular tactic online used to fuck with people. Originating from 4chan around 2007, people will often send YouTube links claiming to be some exciting thing, like a new movie trailer, or I don't know, big fat boobies, only to be met with "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley. If you've been on the internet long enough, this has most definitely happened to you at least once in your life. The most popular upload of the song by the official Rick Astley YouTube account has reached 1.2 billion views, and I have a hunch that a large majority of those people are getting rickrolled. I personally have grown to distrust any YouTube link that has DQW in the URL. Good song though. Much like its parent company Google, YouTube loves doing April Fool's jokes.
The first time they did this was in 2008, where if you clicked on any video on the front page, well, you get rickrolled. Other pranks included in 2012 when they announced the YouTube Collection, an option to order every single YouTube video ever made on DVD, and another in 2015 where they added a button to every video to add music, which just played the popular meme Darude Sandstorm over the video. And in 2016 when they announced Snoopavision, a feature where you can watch videos on YouTube through the eyes of Snoop Dogg. However, YouTube hasn't done anything for April Fools since 2019. Reasons for this are unknown, but my theory is that they're still mauling over the fact that everyone hated YouTube Rewind.
Similar to April Fool's jokes, YouTube has a whole slew of Easter eggs that are all over the website, which are just fun little secrets. For example, when viewing any video, if you type "awesome" without any text field selected, the progress bar starts flashing rainbow colors. Another example is the video "Too Many Cooks," which I'll do a more deeper look into later on the Iceberg, has its title stylized the same way it is in the actual video. Unfortunately, there are also a lot of Easter eggs that have been lost to time thanks to YouTube's layout updating, such as the buffering icon turning into the snake game if you press any arrows while it's loading. That one was my favorite. I'm still pissed I got rid of that. In 2017, PewDiePie was streaming a game of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, and when he was getting shot in the middle of a heated gamer moment, he accidentally let loose the N-word. While it was very clear he immediately regretted it, one has to wonder why he even had that word in his everyday vocabulary to begin with, since people don't normally accidentally just say those things, unless they already use the words. He obviously received a ton of backlash for this, and later published a short minute-and-a-half long apology video a couple days later, saying that he's disappointed in himself and that he should know better. Family-friendly YouTuber swearing refers to any time a channel who is well known for having content that doesn't use swears lets a few slip, be it by accident or just older videos that were made before they had a reputation of being family-friendly. You can find compilation videos of these moments featuring creators such as Stampy Longhead, Dan TDM, and SS Sunday. James Charles is one of the most popular beauty YouTubers on the platform. His channel has over 24 million subscribers and his content mainly consists of makeup tutorials while also sprinkling gaming content, reaction videos, challenges, you know, all the popular YouTuber stuff. He's done collaborations for videos with incredibly prestigious people including Kim Kardashian, Lil Nas X, Kylie Jenner, Kesha, and Doja Cat. And in 2016 he became the first male brand ambassador of CoverGirl. His career wasn't without controversies though, as he was accused of grooming by several boys under the age of 18, and James admitted to sexting with 2 of them, which made YouTube temporarily demonetize his channel before he returned to YouTube with a more detailed apology in July of 2021. No, this isn't a crackpot conspiracy theory. YouTube is literally tracking you. Mostly, it tracks what you watch on the site so it can more accurately recommend you videos and advertisements. YouTube is also owned by Google, so whatever you search on Google also contributes to your targeted advertising. Lastly, Google also tracks your IP, so they can get your location to make sure what country you're in and what videos you'll be able to watch, as well as making sure you get the right advertisements for your respective country. There are many privacy concerns with this, like there always are, but honestly, pretty much every website ever tracks what you do at this point, and YouTube's definitely no different. Comment bots plague the YouTube comment section, leaving AI-generated comments on videos. Usually they'll contain spam links, or telling people to check out their channels, or on some occasions just be complete nonsense. Comment bots are either used to scam money or personal information out of gullible people, or sometimes even be used by the uploader of the video the comment is on in order to drive up interactions, thereby boosting it further in the YouTube algorithm. Comment bots are banned by YouTube's terms of service, but that doesn't stop a lot of them through slipping through the cracks. Cringe compilations are a format of YouTube video that was super popular around 2016-2017, although you can still find some of them around to this day. They're basically these videos containing clips of people making fools out of themselves or otherwise causing secondhand embarrassment or awkwardness. These videos are kind of like those try not to laugh videos, except try not to cringe instead. Despite these videos being popular, they've gotten quite a bit of controversy over the past couple of years as people think they create kind of a cringe culture where people are ashamed to be themselves out of fear of seeming cringe. Some people even go as far as to harass the people featured in the videos, which is especially bad, especially when those people in the videos are children. However, cringe compilations are still decently popular among normal people who don't harass people for no reason, and will remain on the site for years to come, albeit a bit less popular. Ina is a series of original web animation created by Peruvian YouTuber Joel Guerra. It features a girl named Ina with multiple personalities, with a design inspired by Pablo Picasso paintings, and her friend Mooney, who looks like a cartoonish version of a crescent moon. They have funny little adventures through several strange and dreamlike areas inspired by surreal video games such as Middens and LSD Dream Emulator. The series is quite popular on YouTube, the longest and most popular episode being Temptation Stairway, which has over 10 million views. It likely got to this level of popularity through its unique visuals, charming dialogue, excellent music, and a little luck from the mysterious YouTube recommended algorithm being on its side. The Ina series spans 3 episodes, with a video game called Ina Dream Barbecue on the way. Only Dream can comment on this video is a video produced by Mr. Beast. He states that, well, only Dream can comment on the video, and he has one of Dream's frequent collaborators, Sapnap, hostage, and he will only release him if Dream comments on the video. Dream eventually did comment on the video, but what's interesting is that, well, it's true. His comment was the only one on the entire video, despite the video getting millions of views. How did this happen, you may ask? Well, every single YouTuber on YouTube obliged by the rules and didn't comment on the video. Nah, I'm just kidding. What really happened was that he used a setting to make it so only channels with over 10 million subscribers could comment on the video. Dream, being the only person who got crossed that threshold and would want to comment on the video, did, and became the only comment on the video. Although now it seems like the comment's been deleted. I just don't know why.
If you thought that Ryan's World was the only channel on YouTube that makes the kind of unboxing content that he and his family do, you'd sorely be mistaken. After the success of Ryan and the world thereof, many other channels jumped on the bandwagon hoping to earn similar traction.
Which, for the most part, they do, because, you know, kids don't really care about who's presenting the video as long as they get to see an egg cracked open with a toy inside. These videos dominate the kids side of YouTube, along with nursery rhyme animations and all that other stuff. Susan Wojcicki is the current CEO of YouTube, a position she has held since February of 2014. Within the time span of 2014 to now, Susan has been blamed for the shift in focus of the platform into more advertiser-friendly content, offering demonetization and even takedowns, to edgy, disturbing content, or even just content that happens to feature simple things like profanity or controversial subjects like natural disasters, tragedies, or politics. A lot of these things have been pinned on Wojcicki, and many have called for her to step down as CEO because they believe she's ruining YouTube. I believe specifically what this entry refers to is this video by Just Me Habibi, which I'll link in the description. Sponsorships are a popular way for YouTubers to gain revenue on top of the pre-existing revenue they gain from AdSense. They'll sign a contract with some company to include 30 to 60 second bits in their videos talking about how you should totally buy their product. Many times these YouTubers will get their own discount codes made specifically for their viewers. The most common companies to go after YouTubers for sponsorships and advertising are companies like NordVPN, Skillshare, Audible, Manscaped, and of course, the legendary Raid Shadow Legends. Many criticize and complain about these sponsorship deals, saying they detract from the content, but dogs gotta eat, you know? Logan Paul is a former Vine star turned YouTuber. He's most well known for his vlog videos while also doing music videos and other things. He fell under a great deal of controversy around New Year's of 2018 when he traveled to Japan to record vlogs there. Many people noted how obnoxious and generally disrespectful to Japanese culture and its citizens Logan was being in the videos, but definitely the worst thing he did in these videos was when he went to the famous Aokigahara suicide forest. He went in failing to recognize the severity or sensitivity of a forest where people go to, commit suicide, and proceeded to film his experiences. Eventually, Logan and a group of his dumbasses ventured deep enough into the forest to find a dead body hanging up in one of the trees. He then elected to upload the video to YouTube and used the hanging dead person for clickbait, titling the video, "We Found a Dead Body in the Japanese Suicide Forest." The video received immense backlash from pretty much everyone, resulting in an apology video which kinda got memed to death. If you've ever heard anyone quote the phrase, "I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment and I don't expect to be forgiven," then yeah, that's where that comes from. The Logan Paul suicide forest controversy has gone down in history as one of the dumbest and most insensitive things a large creator on YouTube has done for clicks. And that concludes Tier 1 of the deepest YouTube iceberg. I already had a good deal of prior knowledge going into this video, so this wasn't too hard to research, but it took a bit of time. The script of this video is around 6,000 words, which is by far longer than anything I've written for school or college. My goal is to get this iceberg done, which I'll be doing in at least one video per tier, although some of the later tiers will probably be split into multiple parts because there's a lot of shit here. Don't expect super detailed information for most of these. They're mostly just gonna be basic overviews, because a lot of these aren't super interesting, or they don't have a lot of information, or they're hard to research, but I'll do it to the best of my ability. Some things were all the way up in this tier, which I was very surprised about, like Ina. I didn't think it was that popular, but hey, maybe that's just the chart maker's fault. Anyways, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.